Welcome everybody to the stream. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day. We are kicking it off with the Peasants podcast. Every week we come together to talk about the DayZ community, get some of the community on. Today we've got an absolutely wicked show. Got some absolute legends stopping by for a chat. You probably know these guys. They've been around the community for an absolute legendary amount of time. First of all, let's do a round on the couch. Our permanent couch bum, thugged up to the max, Mr. 80KQ. Welcome.
Morning, run.
Sitting next to our thug with his pirate armband is Mr. ScrubbyTsunami. Welcome, Scrub.
Yo, what's good?
In the far back there, dressed in the ghillie, is Muffin Stuffer. Welcome, Muffin.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And sitting all alone on the left-hand side in his beautiful leather outfit, Mr. Arby's. Welcome.
Hello. Glad you could appreciate my full leather kit.
I appreciate a man of the craft who takes the time to construct his own outfit to come on the show. That's dedication. All that hunting time and everything.
That's right. I thought maybe I should just look like I always do, but can't resist the leathers. Look at the leathers.
That's the base uniform in your leathers, isn't it?
When there's no building to be done.
It's time to play. I 100% understand. But welcome everybody to the show.
It's the Peasant Podcast. We're having a blast with the DayZ community, so take a seat real fast. Server owners and coders, content creators and streamers, showing off the community with all their features. Issues with updates, someone's mistake, new things they added, angry players it makes. Get in chat, voice your opinion, you're the community, we wanna listen. It's the Peasants Podcast, TPP, putting out the word about the DayZ community. The greedy peasant, the host of the show, with over 12,000 hours, DayZ is all he knows. Let's introduce the panel, it bring the show to life. From the community, they'll get me in strife. Chat moderator, queen peasant, player and server admin Q. Server owner, coder, streamer, lady boss, streamer and PvP enthusiast, undead gamer. Server owner, admin and coder, Redden. It's the Peasant Podcast. We're having a blast with the DayZ community, so take a seat real fast. Get in chat, voice your opinion, you're the community, we wanna listen. It's the Peasants Podcast, TPP, putting out the word about the DayZ community.
We've got an absolutely wicked rundown to kick off. First of all, we're going to kick into our new updates to servers and news. So just dive into this. One Life is kicking off with a brand new add-on. They added a new gas zone to the Tizzy Bunker in Chinaris, where you can find punch cards at helicopter crashes. And the key to the gas zones, the Tizzy Bunker, is more than just toxic. It's a first step in something bigger. So definitely get out to One Life. It's a hardcore server. Definitely get into it. Alright, our second server on the run is the Zone. We've got another set of details and missions and add-ons and extensions. The Zone just gets bigger and bigger. Go through all the details there. But he puts in a lot of time and effort into his server. Someone's got a little echo too. Good old game chat. So yeah, you can really get into the details of this server. He puts 10 tons of effort in old Spaz. So yeah, definitely get out there and give it some love. It's an RPG server where you can do missions, build your character, even use some generated storyline to be able to further your mish. Yep, that's our updated and new servers for the week. Get out there and give it a love. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive into our interview with our guests. That's my little run sheet. Rightio. Let's start off with Scrubby. ScrubbyTsunami is the DayZ extremist, a DayZ official streamer who plays mainly on Xbox, but also PlayStation and PC. Scrubby has united his community with official runs by including them in his bases, raids, and PvP action. Fellow streamers Muffin and Arby are part of his community of streamers and players who battle the official servers against dupers and other factions. Arby has been a big supporter of the DayZ world and their streamers, and occasionally streams himself, looking at the world of experimental and Livonia map runs. Muffin plays on Xbox and recently moved into the PC world. Out on the official servers on Xbox and custom maps, surviving the times. So first of all, gentlemen, and we'll start with Arby, who's on the left. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became addicted to DayZ.
Well, DayZ. I used to watch a streamer actually who did a lot of PUBG. All of a sudden, just started doing a bunch of DayZ base building, and I thought it was really cool. And it just got me really interested in the game and started playing it. I had to know everything about it because that's the way to play. You got to know every little thing how it works. Yeah, just dove deep. Base building that was like kind of find it fun to have a little side mission than just going around and doing the PvP thing. Oh. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Not many people enjoy the base building side of DayZ, which is a very interesting lookout on, especially the interest of DayZ. Base building's quite basic. Can I ask who the streamer was? Who was the one who suckered you in?
I'm Choco Taco.
Oh, yeah, good old Choco Taco, eh? He's been around for absolute ages.
He still does PUBG, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we...
I actually saw him just playing it. He puts it in rotation every now and then. He was... Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's so cool that he's still playing this.
I mean, PUBG's been around for donkey's years. It's what I played before I got into DayZ too. I can definitely see the mechanics, how close they are. A lot of people treat DayZ as PUBG with no timer.
yeah. No, that's kind of the same thing I do.
Gunplay mechanics between DayZ and PUBG are actually really, really similar. I was running it last night. My stepson's come down for the holidays. This is the first time he'd played PUBG, so I was like, oh yeah, let's go. And yeah, it was good.
It's I haven't played PUBG for a very long time. One of those addictive round games that eventually loses my attention, like COD or something like that. But no, big shout out to PUBG. It's gone the length of time. But let's move on to Muffin Stuffer. Muffin, you tell us a little about yourself and how you became addicted to DayZ.
Yeah, well, I've always liked video games, so something to really dig into. So DayZ's right there. But kind of like that, I started with PUBG. You know, kind of like a smaller version of the game, I guess. Yeah, started watching some streamers, just like anybody. Was discouraged at first, right? The game is pretty tough. But yeah, watched some streamers and got into it and found an awesome community here.
I suppose that's sometimes the hardest thing with especially the DayZ community, trying to find a group, trying to find someone to, start to meld with and run with. And I think you found yourself one of the greatest official communities out there.
Yeah, I think so. I was saying this in our base earlier that yeah, everyone's got their their part, and it's cool. Yep, and we got that tenacity and good group, and yeah.
No, that's good. That's good. And we've had this gentleman on the podcast before. Scrubby, tell us your story. How did you get suckered into the world of DayZ? And of course, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so, man, I've been playing DayZ for damn near 6 years now. I discovered it when I was in school. It's just back in like 2018, 2019-ish. I really don't know the exact date, but it was winter break, and it was like 3 in the morning, and me and my homie were still awake, and we were just gaming. We were looking for new games to play, and we were looking through the Xbox store. Stumbled upon a free game called DayZ. It was in beta, and we decided to download it. My friend had played it before on PC, so he was like, "Oh, I've seen this game before. I've never really got into it, but I gave it a try, and I remember my first spawn. I remember dying, and then I said, I got to try this again." So I got back into it. This was on Xbox, and the rest is history. I did not discover DayZ on Twitch. I discovered it just randomly scrolling amongst games in the store, and I'm glad that I did. It was free back then. Actually, I don't know if it was free. I don't even remember if I paid for it or not.
Yeah,
I think at one point it may have been free.
I can't remember with preview.
I think that's buzzy that you found it without.
Preview was $40 actually. Yeah,
Maybe we did pay for it.
America.
I find it buzzy that you found it not watching Twitch or watching content creators, that you just found it scrolling through the store. That's actually amazing. That's not really heard of that often.
We were looking for like open world games. Like I've always enjoyed open world, like survival sort of games like Minecraft, and I don't know, the zombie apocalypse sounded cool. We got in and everything looked so big, like all the buildings, all the trees, the environment, the map. It was just so realistic, and I think that's what draws me in, is the realism to it. And you spawned in and you were like in the world. So I think that that's why I stuck with it, even though I died very quickly. And
As we all do.
Meet up with my friend that night. Yeah, I think we were pretty drunk that night too, but it was a good run. I don't think we met up, but we enjoyed ourselves, and I'm glad that I discovered it for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that sitting there discovering it with a friend and and obviously not knowing what the game is about, sitting on game chat, yelling at each other. Yeah, that's one of the experiences that you don't. Yeah,
I have no idea.
where am I? Are you looking at this? Can you see this? It's one of those experiences with DayZ that you never forget. Never forget. Our late little crept in a crawl, Mr. Undead, one of our co-hosts. Welcome, bud. How you doing? All good, my friend.
I'm doing all right. Yeah, got a little caught up with the fourth and that. Woke up very hungover.
Yeah, we thought so. 4th of July was yesterday, Independence Day for the US. So I think a few people were woken up a little shady, especially those hardcore American styles. There's a few people that don't celebrate, and a lot of people that really get into it. So,
Dude, we set the sky on fire.
yeah, destroy our planet with your celebration. Shame on you. Shame.
Shame.
All right. So tell us, how many people do you have in the group? And can we get a little shout out to who's in this large group of official?
So I think we have a Discord group that we have for the base and for the official server that we play. We really just stick to 1 or 2 servers. We're on Livonia. I would say that the crew is, I don't know the exact number, but it grows every day too. I want to say it's close to 30
Shit.
30 people. You wanna? I can go through the list here.
Yeah, you want to give a little shout out? You got 30
Yeah, I give a
people.
shout out to everybody.
That's it. Give some love.
Yeah, we got. So the people that have been around the most recently, we have DMZ Ghost. He does streaming on Xbox. I believe PC as well. DMZ Ghost is on both. We have Arby's. We have Commander Molander. He's a DayZ Xbox streamer. We have Heavy Hustle. He does DayZ on Xbox as well. We have Savage streams on Xbox. And these are all obviously DayZ streamers too. We have 303 Gamer, aka Squish, another DayZ streamer. We have Gator, doesn't stream, but a vital part of the community and the base. We have Dude. He just started streaming on Xbox. We have Ranger. Big shout out to Ranger, another streamer. You guys probably know all these people. We have Misfit, DayZ streamer on Xbox and PC. We have Muffin Stuffer, of course. We have Rig10. Rig10 is a new DayZ streamer on Xbox. We have Barry. Barry is the OG IRL homie, and I would not be building if it weren't for Barry. Even really playing the game this long probably without Barry. We have Smelly. Smelly has streamed on Xbox. We have Stewie, Legend Killer Stewie, like the PvP guy. We have Grinch. Grinch has streamed in the past on Xbox. I think he's trying to figure out like his situation for streaming right now. To see him back. We have Chick. We have Bullet. Chick just was streaming earlier on Xbox, and yeah, Bullet. And then those are kind of the names that have been around the most recently. We still have, there's more names, but I'm gonna stick to that for now.
Yep, they're the hardcorers.
And yeah, those are the people that have been really at the grind, especially after the wipe here, because the wipe just happened a couple days ago. They're the ones that have at least immediately jumped in and contributed.
Yeah, because some people tend to fade in and out, especially official runs. The core people is I suppose, the people out there grinding, getting the builds. I seen you have 12 cars, mountains and mountains of gear. Last time I saw you. Do you want to tell us more about your car park?
I'll let Muffin take that one. He's definitely responsible for more vehicles than I am.
So yeah, we right after wipe, we just started bringing them in. Honestly, we've had to expand our base rather quick just to kind of fit them all in there. But yeah, everyone has been just bringing in cars. It's kind of crazy. It seems like every time, like just like Scrubby was saying, that Stewie's kind of that PvP guy. We let him out for 30 minutes and he killed some guy and brought a car back. So it's like kind of hard to keep the cars out of the base, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, no, the cars has been crazy this wipe. I haven't seen this many. Every time we get a lot of cars, it puts a big target on our back. So it'll be fun.
So we're walking around Livonia, and we know why there's no cars around. We know where to go find them.
Yeah. You can rent them. You can rent them for some nails and sharpening stones. You know.
Car rentals.
Start running car rentals and
Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, here's the keys. Bring it back perfectly fine.
That's it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to deduct 2 boxes of nails off your deposit because you've destroyed the side fender.
Yeah. We're not talking insurance or nothing. Yeah.
See, we gave you this car 2 days ago, and it came back riddled with bullets. All the windows are gone. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, why does it got red doors? It's a yellow Sarka.
No, but that's pretty cool that you got so many streamers united and working together, especially on official. Official is a hard game, especially to base and fight in, and with community servers being, I suppose, a lot more easier to obviously build a base, obtain bases, protect base. What is it about official that draws you guys consistently back?
You want to take that, Arby's?
Yeah, anyone can take it.
Sure.
We're open, just wedge yourself in.
Well, first of all, I mean, it's the wild, wild west. There's no rules. Nothing against. I like servers that have rules for certain, but nice knowing that you don't have to think about if you're breaking the rules here. Want to do it, do it. That's really cool, and just the economy just feels right for official. I don't know. I just feel like the Bohemian actually does that really well most of the time, and but it is nice to take a break from official, get on a server where you can just fully kit it and just play around. But official just feels right.
Yeah, I definitely have agreed that
Amen to that.
official that just has its own feel to it. The lawlessness, the unknown, the anarchy rules, as Frat and Z puts down, and as Range said, the organics. Yeah, 100%. It is its own unique world.
Right, and I've learned more recently. The longer you hang out on one particular server and just in it, like every server has its own kind of different vibe. And I don't know. It's hard to explain, like a story to everyone. Know about certain, like if there's a duper base, everyone knows about that, and ongoing wars with people. It's just I don't know. It's kind of crazy how it's really cool.
I think it's the old saying where, we make the game what it is. The players themselves on the server create the server what it is.
Something that I liked about the official was the just every run has its own story. This guy could have started off in Cherno, made it up to Tizzy, and gotten fucked up there, or you could have been running around for hours on end, just dicking around with some freshies you met. It varies very often.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
At least that's my allure to it.
No, but it's also the way things are set out. These guys seem to herd together rather than most factions that have a leadership structure. Can I ask you guys, is it on purpose, or is there unanimous decision making process? Do you all put your hand up to say we're going to do X, Y, and Z? How do you guys flow and run so well together?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I want to know. Tell me your secrets.
It's anarchy. Good luck figuring out what they're doing.
So, I think that just in general, the base does a good job at bringing people together. So we have one location that we typically always go to. We have one or two servers that we usually play on, and this occurs wipe after wipe. So if the servers are wiping, like, we already know what we're doing the next time, and given that a lot of us do stream the game, we have to be mindful of who we're bringing in, who's allowed the codes, everything like that. And I don't know, it's different too whenever you're playing with these people on stream, because no one's anonymous. Still have to play the game the right way. We don't really bring in people that try to cheat the game. We all know on console there's a lot of issues when it comes to like duping and like hacking. But I think that, I don't know, we've done a good job at just welcoming everybody and giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. That's kind of what you have to do, like whenever you're in charge of a base. The size that we are, you can't be run by one person. Everyone has to help out. Everyone has to trust each other. I think that there's a level of trust that we start with, and then as you play the game more with people, trust is earned each and every run. And I don't know, I'm not afraid to run with anybody. I'm not afraid to give everybody a chance to come on and help out. When you're streaming it, you get a lot of that. Hey, can I come help? Sure, why not? And until you stab us in the back, we're just going to continue to grow. And I think it's been quite successful. And the people that have been here from the beginning, they've really helped out too. Like, it's not just one or two people. It's everybody.
No, you definitely.
We were just actually talking about this in the base today. We're just saying that, like, everybody kind of has their own different roles, and with so many people that it just all comes together. Like, people who just want to bring us loot, people who like organizing the loot, love them. and then we got people who love to build. Yeah. So it just
People
everyone
like to just
kind
come
of has.
hang out. Then when we get raided, then everyone's got a weapon to shoot back at the with. So everyone helps out.
No, that's pretty hectic.
Yeah, it's not real
no one
militant,
gets
not real direction. It's just do what you can, bring what you can, do what you can.
Also, it's just the understanding that we're gonna get raided. We don't want no one can get butthurt over one little raid. Whenever we say we have a lot of loot here, everyone just jump in and grab it. It's really like, if you're there, like, you can take anything you want. You can do whatever you want. You can build. You can go hang out away from the base, come to the base and just be a gardener. But I don't know, everyone kind of knows the rules of engagement. Like, just don't do anything that goes behind anyone's backs. We've had that too, and that's definitely uncalled for. But
The darker side of factions.
Stuff out like that. Yeah.
you try to limit the drama for sure.
With being so big, and during base raids and rolling together, do you guys use identifiers to to know who each and every one of you's are.
Yeah, how do you
how
not
much
kill
friendly
everyone?
fire is there on a regular occasion?
We have Stewie. We have him. He likes the TK, but it's okay because he usually kills a lot of the enemy too. So, but honestly, yeah, there's a lot of team killing.
It's the ratio. It's how many friends did he kill? 3. How many guys did he kill that weren't friends?
12.
Yeah, I'll take one. If Stewie kills me, it's like all right, you know. But, yeah. No, we
friendly
kind of
fire
have
is
a little bit
surprising,
of we have a little bit of a method to some of it, but you know, for the most part, we just communicate. Maybe not 80 people in Discord, you know. We just kind of go in little waves of attacking or ending, sort of.
Yeah, the communication on Discord is very important, and everyone has done an amazing job with that. Like we definitely rely on Discord. You know, we kind of say, hey, if you're pulling up, just let us know, let everybody know. You know, and we've done a really good job at containing the friendly fire. You know, I can't really remember too many times it's happened. But you know, again, the rules of engagement. If you're not going to say anything, you're likely to get shot, and everyone understands that.
Yeah, and especially being official where tensions can get high.
Absolutely, everything's on the line. Like, yeah, I'm not taking no chances. Like, we work too hard for this stuff. Like, you've seen the size of, you know, the grind that we do. You know how much effort and dedication everyone has too. So if you can't simply say, "Hey, I'm pulling up," then I don't know.
You
might
deserve
get
to
shot.
go back to the river.
Yep.
And saying that, the
Yeah,
organisation...
we'll save your stuff.
Yeah, we'll save your okay, save your stuff.
Yeah, we'll cut up your body, man. You're all good.
I mean, I've been following the saga over the last couple of months. I watched you guys get raided. I watched you guys swap servers. And Mr. Heavy Hustle took control and built this massive, absolute fortress of a base. And you had the ability to show it off complete. We tend to base in the same areas. Is there a reason for that particular area? Is it nostalgic? Is it the home cruise joint, or is it just strategically good?
I think it's strategically good and it's nostalgic. Like I was mentioning Barry earlier. He's really the one that this is years ago. You know, we discovered this spot. And on official, you have to keep in mind that build anywhere is not turned on. So you have to find flat areas to build. You also have to find places that the ceilings are not too low. So this area is super flat. It has a couple environmental structures that are really nice for defending the base. There's the forest right behind. A lot of people forget that you're going to need a lot of wood to build a base, and you know, having a forest right there in the backyard is very nice. But I would say it's just one nostalgic because we go back there every time. You know, it's a landmark. The tower is obviously very tall, and you can spot it from long ways away. So if you're inviting anyone in, you know, you can say, hey, find the tower. Not hard for them to get to it. It's the quiet side of Livonia, and again, it's very flat. So for official, it just works out, and the raids are always exciting. It's very dynamic up there when it comes to PvP. So it just works for us.
Yeah, it definitely works for you guys. You guys have not only established yourself on the server and made yourselves a presence, but I think you dominate currently the server that you're on. Really taking control of it, especially after wipe.
And shout out to everybody that got in there.
Yeah, 100%. It's a massive effort, and you say, you know, you need that supply of wood. I'm surprised you don't cut down 90% of that forest when you're initially building your base. That's how big it gets sometimes.
We definitely have done that. That forest has come down for real sometimes. Next time we'll have to get a screenshot of that. But no, that whole wood line is sometimes, not even there. Deforestation.
Flat deforestation.
We cleared it like twice today already, I think. Before the wipe and after the wipe.
Trees are going fast.
Yeah.
Forest, and you gave me shit for the environment.
Now, official is a lawless place. Have you run into dupers or cheaters? And what group stands out in your mind as the worst? As in, either overloaded with gear or geared up and can't do anything with it?
Yeah, that's this last server we were on that probably stuck out the most with the. I mean, we full on caught them one time coming back to base after obviously way too many explosives were being exploded, and we just ran across the shed of probably, I don't know, 10 cut up dead bodies. They couldn't even take all the duped loot that they left, so it's a little bit what we have to deal with, but ultimately we win because when with the group that we have, we just go and build back, so they'll just have to dupe more explosives, I guess,
And I suppose that's the persistence.
The other thing about the...
Yeah, go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the other thing about the dupers is when they're there, everyone on the server kind of figures that out, and they all kind of unite in this strange way against them, so
yeah,
if they just get bombarded constantly, they give up, because they don't want to grind. That's why they're duping.
exactly. Yep. We'll always win if we just, keep building back.
Yeah, reverse tactics, be persistent, don't go away, and the dupers don't win. They eventually get bored and go away.
Yep. I've said this a million times too. Like since I've started playing the game, I've met quite a few dupers and have even played with some of them. Try not to. But these are usually the first people that quit the game. Like a lot of these people don't play the game anymore because, what's the point if you have all the same loot, if you get what you want every time, and there's no motivation to really play the game. After a while, it just gets boring. That's what I would think.
Yep.
So yeah, like you said, persistence, and for us, just keep going, keep believing in the process, and eventually they'll leave, and we'll just keep building.
Yeah, nice. It's funny that the legit people on the server sort of come together and harvest the dupers' gear to not only help eradicate them off the server, but I suppose to get an advantage up as well on server. They're usually quite kitted and stuff like that, so it's an easy kit to get.
Do you find that having such a big base, the usual accusations is as soon as a player sees a big base on official, it's, oh, dupers. Do you often get
Yep.
tarnished if that's it?
Yeah, we were talking about that too today. We've been playing so long. We know what dupers look like. If you have gates on every wall with a code lock, that stuff's just not possible to loot. But this last one too, our base was put on, the internet as far as, a video that got a lot of views. So that attracted a lot of people as well. So, the next day was just constantly, and, it was so constant that people that were raiding our base were getting third-partied and fourth-partied, because other groups were coming in behind them, like, they saw the video. On that video, and we can name who the video was, but our server was dropped, and the location of our base was dropped, so, very easy for people to find us at that point.
I'm not happy about him giving the server number out, You use the video for your TikTok of how you boost it, whatever, and if people want it that bad, they can check every server and find us, but just dropping the server number like that was dirty.
And when the video has 40,000 views.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, so we are famous, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's a
sugar.
win. That's a win.
It
That's
is
a
a
dub.
win. We
Yeah,
took it as
that's
a
a
win
W.
in that way. Yeah, yeah.
And you're going to be busy. You're not going to be quiet at base, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we encourage everyone to like stream the base too. So like at the end of the day, it's fine if you do that, and we wanna promote everybody, that is streaming as well. So if you want to stream it, and that's kind of the point of the base, bringing everyone together, and also just promoting your stream along with the base. You just gotta be okay with getting raided.
Yep, got to just take that L and start again.
It's like, what's the point in building if you're not going to get raided? You don't, who wants to build a base and never get raided? The raid is actually amazing content for everybody.
And fun. Your heart's
it's fun
racing, whether you're attacking or you're defending. It's so much fun to be in a raid.
This part. I think I got my favorite kill was yesterday when I came back to base after. Or actually, I came in when they were raiding us, and I killed the last guy in there, and they had breaking all the way into our vault, and kind of stopped it from happening and rebuilt real quick.
The hero. It's nothing better than becoming the hero. You saved us.
Yeah.
No, it's
Definitely the most intense moments I've been in is during
For real.
raids.
Because it's all on the line, all the stuff we work for, and you're like, I want my base back, So,
It's your home.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Even if
Got
you
a
got
bunch of rats
nothing
in
in it, you're not coming in and I'm not letting you in. Yeah, but it is funny how a base can do that. You adopt an area and then you sort of take control of the area, and you understand who's in and who's moving through your area, and you take offense to people, I suppose, desecrating your space.
Yeah, definitely. Just the time that goes into building. It's we got people that build a lot, but I don't think it's necessarily the build part that you. It's once you reach that, when you're finished and it looks really good and you think no one's gonna get in. That's like the payoff.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Now moving.
That screenshot.
Yeah, the screenshot is all that matters. You build what you want and you get the screenshot.
And you hold on to that screenshot. Even
can't
if you
take that away.
Yeah, that's it. It's what it used to look like. But yeah, it's part of the game that doesn't get dived into much. The old base building, and as Q says, once you get a decent base in place and you're looking pretty, you get tarnished with the duper brush, which is it's just one of those things. Tall poppy syndrome, they call it. You're looking good, you're looking pretty, so you must be cheating.
Yeah, it's so big, the crew is so big that, yeah, we've been accused of duping a few times, and you just smile and move on.
That's it. Wave to them from inside your giant base. So official is its own different game, or DayZ itself, the official game. Is there any changes you'd like to see that would improve official in its entirety?
I think that the game is, like, the economy is in a good spot. I would like to see a lot more clothing items being added to the, like, I'm just thinking of simple things. There's a whole list of things that could be fixed, but just on the simple side, I think that they could add a lot more clothing, a lot more customization, a lot more character prefabs. We only have a few at our disposal right now. You could really customize your character a lot more if you had more customization options. I do think they should do an overhaul on how you can build bases and what you can add to them, because it is pretty freaking easy to raid right now for the amount of time you put in to build. And I'm just speaking unofficial.
Yep.
I think more weapons, just easy things, and I do think that taking the step in the right direction with more maps. I don't want it to turn into no one knows what map to play. I think that on console we have our core 3 maps, and even Sakal is still getting it's still being worked on. I don't know. I feel like we can really appreciate Chernaris and Livonia because we don't have these maps like PC community does. But I don't want to ever get to the point where I don't know what map to play.
Yeah,
That's a good point, that is.
Yeah. We always said when servers started to develop it in community servers that the more community servers that have eventuated, the thinner the population would get. That would be the same with the official population with maps. The more maps that kick in, the more thinner and thinner the population gets. Currently there is only a handful of full pop servers that roll around on each map. And with the introduction of Badlands coming in, it's probably going to thin that out a little bit more. But no, definitely a good point. What about you, Muffin Stuffer and Arby's? What would you like to see in official?
Definitely got to say the building stuff. Yeah, making building just a little stronger. Just amount of time and stuff you need to versus how easy it is something to destroy that base just doesn't it doesn't balance out.
Yeah. Build mechanics, and I mean this is really nitty gritty, but like I think sometimes eating a whole cow and then running for 4 hours and you're starving again is kind of crazy. But I mean that's some nitty gritty stuff. I mean more clothes and just some fine tuning. But I've always thought like you could eat that whole cow, and then by in the morning, and then when the sun's setting, your guy's starving to death. You're like, I don't know, is that real? It's crazy.
Or the other way around, you sit there and eat and drink until your stomach starts to turn, and then you go on a 20-minute run. Why aren't you throwing up after 20 minutes?
I just ate some crackers, a Mad Monk, and venison. Yeah.
That's it. And a rotten pear.
Even the visual, it's like a full steak. Like you're eating 6 full steaks.
Yeah, that's what I think too. It's like, this guy's crazy. How many calories does he eat?
No, definitely one of those points or those things you look at DayZ and think, yeah, you just step out of the realism there, just a little, just a touch. No, but definitely good points. I see you guys play a lot of Livonia. What are your thoughts on Sakau? What do you think about the frozen map? Do you play it? Have you played it? Do you like the way it's set out?
I've only played it a handful of times. I did play it when I first could, for about a month, and I didn't really get anywhere. It's really hard, even for like a veteran player, unless you're aware of what to do. So I guess I wasn't at the beginning. Now I know that it's mostly just cooking fish, or fishing, and then making fires and cooking it, and you can pretty much stay alive. And originally when I had played it, it spawned you in with a knife. Now I don't think they do that anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that they did in the past spawn you in with a knife. So it's like, how hard can this be? That's all you really need in this game. I was definitely still struggling, and I think that it's very hard to get off the ground. But once you are, you just need to know how to make fires and fish, and you have to have patience. I it's not really my favorite map. I would say it's my least favorite map out of the three. But I also haven't given it a fair amount of time yet. But there's nothing that draws me to play it again. Like I always come back to Livonia and Cherno. Like I'm never asking myself like why am I not playing Sakal? So I don't know. There's something about it that I feel like they should work on or could work on to draw people in again, but I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it.
Mm.
I think the biggest thing with Sakal is the first get going part. You know, it takes you a good half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to get yourself off the ground. And then to easily die an hour and a half later and then have to put in that full reset again. I think that's the big put off.
Yeah, 100%. The 45-minute feed and fire time, as they call it.
You're so exposed when you're fishing. Like imagine fishing for like 45 minutes and then just getting shot. It's demoralizing.
Yep. Or like I've done to a few people, they've done the whole loot up, they're warm, they've got themselves food, and here I come in with a pickaxe as a fresh spawn and just murder them and take all their stuff. That I've done a few times on the coast because it's so easy to detect a fire. It's so easy to detect, people run around, the lack of gear, and the world's being so isolated out of towns. It is a battle to get off the freshy world. What about you, Arby's and Muffin stuff? What's your thoughts on the frozen map?
I love Sakal. I don't know if it's my favorite, but I spent a good deal of time on it when it first came out. I bought it right away, just trying to play it. It was like first came out on console and everyone was trying it out. It was really, really hard to get off the coast then because it was just a freshy fight. Fresh, you're at a fire and someone comes in with a shotgun. But it was, I don't know. I kind of like the fresh life in this goal. So I don't mind playing Sakal all that much, and I like a slower pace game, not the bloodthirsty PvP type. I just like to hang out. And Sakal looks great. Like it's the most screenshot worthy map maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
When it's
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with the new hit.
And I actually haven't been back
stuff.
with the. Oh yeah.
Sitting there just taking screenshots, fucking on the other side of cliffs and stuff.
I actually, when it was new too, I did some base building solo on it, like in the middle of the map, and that was really challenging, and so that it was fun. It keeps me playing just because of the challenge.
No, that's good. That's good. And what about?
Yeah, I like Sakal. I think it's more of like an adventure map for me. If I'm looking for that, I don't know. I guess that linear adventure, because the bunker or whatever. I had a good run with Ghost one time. We did the whole thing. I like doing the mission type stuff. So yeah, I like Sakal. I'm not a huge fan of the cold. Making fires all the time. Just kind of where I'm at. Again, it's kind of like the eating thing, right? It's like you eat all the time, and kind of gets away from the other parts of the game I really like. But yeah, like kind of both of them said, the Sakal looks nice, and
Muffin and we're both from Florida. We don't like the cold.
yeah.
I don't like looking at it. I don't like Sakal.
We don't want to be doing all that, man. I moved away from all that, Yeah, and some people say, yeah, it's depressing, right? The cold, but this is the caveat too. I like the survival part of it. It's harder than Livonia and Cherno, so it really kind of puts your skills to the test.
No, definitely all quality answers. Sakal was obviously the new adventure for DayZ on console, and it's got some mixed reviews. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people love it. I find that it's got the Livonia stigma to it because it's not part of the game and it's a DLC. It doesn't get as much flavor. It's the hardcore people that are buying it and playing it rather than, you know, a lot of people on official at Game Pass, kids and stuff like that. So yeah. But to our map number 4, Badlands was recently announced, a hot, thirsty desert-style map. Are you keen to jump in it? And is it the right environment for a DayZ setting?
What's it called? Do you know the name of it? I know they dropped the name. I forget what it's called.
Nazdara. Nazdara is the actual name of it.
Nazdara. It looks amazing. I watched the DayZ live stream whenever they started to roll out the screenshots of it. Obviously, everyone knows it's going to be bigger than Chernarus. That's what it said. And if it is, that's exactly what I've been wanting. I've wanted a map bigger than Chernarus. I just like the big ones, and I don't know. I think it looks visually appealing. To me, going back to Sakal, I don't really like the snow. I don't like watching the Malsk. I think it's depressing. Same with Sakal. I just don't like the cold. That's why I stick to Livonia and even Cherno. Can get warm in there. But I think it looks great. It's in the Middle East. I think we should get some desert.
Yep.
More desert camos, desert clothing items. I think a cool idea would be drawing like an oasis in the middle of the map. You know, everyone kind of has to go get water type shit. Assuming you're gonna have to cool off rather than heat up. And I'm assuming they're gonna bring some more vehicles in, or like ways to travel around. Maybe not. But either way, I definitely think a map bigger than Chernarus is what we needed, because Livonia and Sakal are more for the PvP. I think Chernarus is my go-to for an adventure.
Yeah, it definitely has the quality flow. With the new desert map coming out, Sakal. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that's been hinted at. Helicopters, desert-style dune buggies for vehicles. But I think it being the biggest map, there's no water on it. It's 100% walkable, all 267 square kilometers. I think it's going to be crazy. I think it's going to be nuts. What about Arby's and Muffin? What's your thoughts on Badland or Nestara?
I'm definitely gonna buy a day one and get in there. Just excited to see a new map. I hope that people don't kind of take it the same way as Sakal, where they're instead going to be complaining about being hot and thirsty all the time, you know, instead of making fires. But
Sweating your ass off.
You know, yeah, there's no damn water on this map.
Well, we know the DayZ community loves saying to moan about.
Yep, yep. But yeah, I think it's gonna be cool, and just the you know, they're making it from scratch, and they're adding a lot of assets, so that's really big. Custom maps to have all these new assets.
Yeah, that's going to be, I think the assets are really going to send off the community, especially in the community side of it, people building little desert oases and stuff on the different maps. It's going to be absolutely hectic.
Hey, speaking of the assets, I take back what I said last week about there being no airfields or anything like that after seeing assets released hinting to the airfield there. So.
Yeah, well, from what they said, 3 major cities, 25 towns and villages. But that's all I've seen of when it comes to the count.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so she's going to be very, very big. What about the buildable worlds? What's your thoughts on the buildable worlds, where you actually have to construct and repurpose an old broken down world into a new working one?
Hopefully it's worth it.
Hopefully it's worth it. a lot on PC. Those sorts of things turned into world wars, where a faction would lock down the world and control it. I think that may happen in the new one.
It definitely kind of seems like that's the intention, is make some points where people are going to be hanging around trying to do something. So they're, it's almost guarantee some PvE, especially when everyone's desperate for water.
Yeah. And like, I suppose the mechanic of the other three maps where if you don't have any food, you can always eat somebody. Water isn't something you can attain off a player. You know, the availability of water itself is a very hard thing to do. So I think it's going to stretch a lot of people. I think you're going to find Sakau's fire and food mentality come across to people not being able to find water and giving up on the map. Fingers crossed they've got that sorted out. It is a brand new map with, the entire dev team of 30 devs now rather than the 10 working on it. So fingers crossed they've taken account onto every angle there could possibly be.
Well, funny you mentioned the whole water thing and there being in trouble. What if with the buildable wells, if day one it opens up and all the wells aren't built up, how long is it going to take to get it built up? Well up? Is it really actually going to be people just dying non-stop for the first week?
I almost wonder if they would push more friendly interactions, like, "Hey, dude, calm the fuck down. We're just trying to get some water."
Yeah.
Put people together. People would work together to try to get it, going, I guess.
Yeah, after that, it's free for all, though.
Right. Yeah, then you shoot him in the face.
That's the ultimate betrayal.
Oh, man, you had a good sip of water?
My water now. Yes, I think if they balance it, it'll be a good map. I'm excited about the size of the map and being able to spread out. Maybe see some larger bases be put up and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a win for console again because same thing with Sakal. When they announced a snow map, I know all the the PC folk were like, "Oh, we already have a snow map. Why are they doing that?" But I don't really think that either of these two maps were meant for just PC. I think that, again, this is a win for console, Sakal, and Nezdara. And, the game's it's headed in the right direction. It still is on the up and up. It's not really slowing down. The game gets better every update. And they seem to be listening to the community, which is good.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely agreed. Definitely agreed. There's plenty going on in the chats about people locking down worlds and and all sorts of things. Or the plans have started. Talks about a massive weather change, a massive sandstorm. How do you think the sandstorm's going to affect the gameplay?
I'll probably hate it. Hopefully it'll make trespassers stay away from the base.
That's it. Getting have it as a natural base protection, just being a high sandstorm area.
Yeah.
I reckon it would suck in sniper battles. You go from seeing this guy clear as day to, "Where the fuck are you?"
Yeah, and then I'll have to go to close quarters. So, big changes there, massive changes. That's definitely going to be good. Now, my final question is from the Queen. If you could have a onesie in game, what would it be? And we talk about onesies as like the giant sample is a giant inflatable raptor. My question for you, gentlemen, is what would you like to see as a giant onesie in DayZ?
Can you explain that again? What is a onesie?
So, have you seen those suits that people dress up in with like a giant raptor or a unicorn,
It's got a
or
fan filling it with air.
yeah, it's got a little fan in it that blows them up.
Sure. Just like a little costume.
Like a little costume. What would you like to see in DayZ?
Yeah. What would you?
As Scrubby's dressed up as he running the coast.
Damn.
Yeah, the Queen's fantasy is to see, 15 raptors dressed up running down Chinaris Highway past Berenzino.
I would
I
go
don't
for
know.
a giraffe just for Shakal.
That's it.
Y'all got an idea, Muffin and Arby's? No, I don't know. Maybe like an elephant onesie would be funny. I don't know.
An elephant onesie. Sweet. That's quite a big trunk you're hanging there, my friend.
With the nose, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you're running along,
You're
it
looking
sways
like,
in the wind.
You looking like Arby's over here.
Yeah, he's got.
Don't make fun of the leathers.
That's
Respect
it.
the leathers.
It's all about that trunk, isn't it, Arby?
Yeah, got a trunk on your face, or you just happy to see me?
See?
I don't. Maybe a bear one would be cool. Try to hide out and pretend you're a bear.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Like a different kind of a ghillie.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking one of the predators, like a wolf. Like we already have the headdress for the wolf. Maybe a full-on wolf suit, or like a bear. Like everyone would think you're a little cub running around the woods.
See some players, you're like, rawr. Try and scare them away. No, good calls. Good calls. We have in chat. We have a Christmas PJ onesie, a flamingo, a onesie with a swimming tube, a pink flamingo, a bear outfit, and a big yellow duck. A big yellow duck. A rubber ducky flying down. But yeah, that's the end of my little run of questions. Co-host, do you have any questions? Chat, do you have any questions for the guys? Drop them in chat, we'll forward them through.
So with the base building and shit, because I was curious from the moment I got in here, with the base building and just like escorting gear, are you going to be more friendly while hauling shit, or are you going to just go, nah, fuck this guy, like we need to get this stuff back to base, take care of it?
Yeah, we don't play. We need it.
Yeah,
we don't make
friends.
friends. We're not risking it. No.
Fair enough. Any other mentalities among that, or is it purely just fuck the dude in front of you?
There's a couple people I think in the community that'll maybe wave at you, but yeah, if we got a car full of explosives, we're probably gonna run you over.
Hey guys, can I get a?
Yeah, I don't even entertain game chat. I'm in full party mode, and it's the crew or nothing.
Fair enough.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm too much of a solo player to actually know. I keep fucking up and trying to talk to people. I need to learn my lesson already.
That's it. Just kill him and
I
move
paid
on.
for that one earlier today. No, I paid for that one earlier. I'm still mad.
Sometimes you gotta kind of do that as a solo, though. Like, don't know if you're gonna live or die through the encounter, so you just try to be friendly solo. But yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, he was dead to rights. I just wanted to try and spare him, and then he apparently had a pistol in his back pocket. So.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think as a solo, you feel the other player out. But when you're in game chat, I find game chat you can feel out how the player is, what situation they are, just by listening to their voice.
Well, with solo too, like there's like an actual body language to DayZ. Like the longer I spend just sort of walking in silence with myself, those interactions that I do have with people, I notice these little mannerisms. I'm like, oh, you're gonna shoot me, you shit.
That's it. You can't sit still, so you're agitated and nervous.
What are you reaching for?
That's it.
Yeah.
Are you offering me food, or are you gonna wait till I bend down to pick it up and shoot me in the back of the head?
Especially those guys
that's
that
the worst
stand
one.
around you when you go to the water pumps and shit, and some of them are just like looking around, like that guy's like thinking of something. You're like, yeah, I don't like you. You're a problem.
That's a crack up. That is a crack up. A question for the crew. What do you typically look for when choosing a spot for a base?
I'll the tower.
Any tower.
Any tower. We've definitely considered other towers. Just like just flat areas. On official, it has to be flat. It has to have a forest for the most part. Like I'm not walking logs a mile back to base. Other than that, like just somewhere where everyone can get to quickly too. That's the benefit of our base. You spawn in and you're really never too far. Like if you know Livonia, if you have a base down in Dolnik and you die down there, you're not getting back there for a day or two. This base you can get back there in a few minutes if you're lucky.
Yep.
So I think those are the flat and close, especially if you're with the squad. If you're a solo, you can look at it a lot different. But we're not really hiding from anyone either. No, we're not trying to do that.
No, you got an open for business
Definitely
sign
gotta
on the front
look at
gate.
Yeah, you definitely gotta look at the surroundings too. Environmental thing. Often we've seen some crazy ones that people have overlooked where like Scrubby was by himself and he was able to boost into the base easily alone because they just built next to something that they didn't realize you could just get up on and jump in their base. You have to just I don't know, I think doing some raiding yourself helps you figure out what are too. And
Yeah, no, that's probably some quality advice. Trying to get into bases always helps with protecting your own.
Yep.
Try to get into your own base
the
too.
aggressor.
Yeah.
Yep. I had a teammate today run around our base and tell me how he could get in. Other people too.
Yeah, test raiding your own base is always a good one too, 100%. Obviously don't be blowing up the walls and stuff, but just try to get yourself in.
Yep, it blows up.
Yeah, that's it. I used to allow explosives. I got in, boys. It's a shit base.
Oh,
So the hell
yeah,
built
guys,
this.
we're definitely exposed.
Okay. All right. Spaz asks, will Steam coming to Xbox kill the console DayZ?
What was the question?
I don't know.
So will Steam,
coming to
because
Xbox kill
Steam,
console?
Steam is looking at coming to console to be able to play games directly off Steam. From what I know of, it will be restricted, so there'll be only certain games that you'll be able to play, rather than the whole collection. What the direction of view is will you be able to play DayZ PC on a console? Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen.
Is this open? Because I got a couple of ideas.
Yeah, throw it away.
I don't think it.
Well, I'm thinking it's more. You go ahead, Q.
First off, I don't think it's going to be that much of a bigger deal because the only games you're going to get on there are going to have to be console compatible. We're not going to have mods, so you're not going to be able to play PC DayZ because you're not going to be able to have the same mods they do.
Yeah.
The configurations though. Like, here's the thing: is I play PC DayZ with my controller. I'm gonna be dead ass. Like when I'm on the Molsk and stuff like that, I plug my controller in and play. And most of it is actually compatible. Like there's a couple of keybinds that are sketchy, but it's definitely possible. And just reading off the chat here with Spaz, full Steam is coming with full Steam mods with the workshop and that. I don't think it'll necessarily kill console DayZ. Just because there's things like the DZAS launcher where there's some servers that are not currently accessible from like Steam launched DayZ. Like there's another outside source when you buy it for accessing more of the modded servers, DZS.
Yep.
So I don't think it would completely kill console. Official is definitely going to be rough for the guys like us, you know, because with the addition, well, I mean. Because it depends on the compatibility of servers. Like if we have purely console servers, even with just mouse and keyboard configuration still accessible, kind of like 2629, those official servers are going to be untouched by the cheaters and shit. So I think anyone looking for the standard DayZ and like the vanilla experience will definitely still have a home on console DayZ, right? But at the same time, the modded servers and that will draw a lot of attention because that's the entirety of the PC community.
Yep. Is the mods.
Modded servers.
Yep, correct.
I think that at first you will see that. I think you're going to see a lot of people like, oh, look, what's this? You know, this cool new server with all the mods. But I'll tell you, with all the hours I have, and then I went to PC. I got a kick-ass PC. I played 2,500 hours of PC. And my favorite thing is to play official console. My boys, you know, so I think it's just
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
you know,
that's me too.
I feel like
in a blue moon.
Yeah, I feel like that just people will gravitate just to where it's, you know, the official way.
And that might bring
More
more
of the
PC
playstyle.
players to console.
Yeah.
Well, so it's only Steam, right? So my thing is, and I'm seeing it in chat too, is like cross-platform play. I am curious about how that would work.
Yeah, so co-built road.
But I'm also wondering if we would also just have. Yeah, I'm also curious on if we would just have our standard servers though. Like odds are, you're gonna have to rebuy DayZ because Steam is a completely different application compared to Microsoft and like the Xbox Store. So I almost wonder if you'd have to rebuy, if you would only be crossplay if you launched it from Steam on the console instead of launching it just from the console itself, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people who still
rebuy the
want
games.
Yeah,
People would be very
rebuy, or
honest
maybe you
about
can
that.
link. You might be able to link afterwards, but at the same time,
Even going deeper than that, would that be the end of Game Pass style games? They replace Game Pass with Steam.
no, I think Game Pass will always be a thing just because they like to have the console games on PC at the ready, and that's been a real easy way to access them was through Game Pass and the Xbox app. I know I played Sea of Thieves and Halo off my PC just because I have access to that, so it is. I don't know. It's weird. I guess it might just end up being a matter of preference if they leave it open. If they want to combine the two, though, that's a completely different story. If they combine the two, then we're probably. I'm gonna have to think on that.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna. It's definitely gonna put a spanner in the works, depending on how Steam comes out.
Yeah.
Co-built wrote, how is the mods going to work on console? Also, that's implying crossplay. Killing wrote, oh yeah, the NVIDIA allows you to allows console to play PC version of the game now by using an emulator. So you can go on the NVIDIA website through your console and emulate the PC, and it will allow you to play PC DayZ on your console. It is a pain. I mean, I use PC DayZ for editing, and I use Editor all the time. I think I've got about 3 minutes in PC servers and about 500 hours in editor. And you are right, you have to re-download the mods every time and stuff like that. Crossplay could be a thing, but they'd have to scrap the current version and make next gen only, which is what we want. It lets you play, but on 500 ping though. Yeah, it's like me playing EU servers. The ping is absolutely shocking. So a question from Stu: when do you think Radunan will spawn anything but DMR mags?
Still frustrated over that one.
He went on a run and came back with a full car of DMR mags. He's like, this is all I found. Like, where's my M4?
Jeez. Good old the first couple of weeks of wipe where nothing actually spawns randomly. It's all in blankets.
Yep.
The loot economy is sorting itself out again.
But I think that's all I've got in the chat. Literally a full car. Damn.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, well, if that's...
He's not exaggerating.
He's not exaggerating.
Yeah, maybe not.
Shit. Yeah, that's technically... if you get busted with your car full of DMR mags, you may get the Duper brand on you.
What's this guy doing?
Stupid.
But yeah, killing can be... the ping can be that bad on the vid. If I play an EU server being on in Australia, my ping sits at about 440.
Sheesh.
Yeah, on console. You can test your ping and find out which servers are the best to play. Nitrado has an app on the console. You go into that and you go to hire a server or rent a server, and it will actually do a latency ping for you and show you your pings for each style of server and when and where is the best place to play. So for me, it's a 3-second ping to Sydney. LA goes to 128, New York 186, and then it jets to Miami at 222, and then it skips to about the 400 marks. So yeah. I couldn't tell you a ping service for PC. That's the only way I've found to do it for console. One last question. Smelly Wonka wants to know favorite or most memorable moment in DayZ. That's for the crew. Favorite or most memorable moment in DayZ.
Mine is. Oh
No, you good.
no, go ahead, bro.
Okay. I had this group of like 20 people, and we all had apparently stripped off and agreed to betray everyone, like in small groups of 2 out of this 20. And we get to this the church up in Svet, and we all just like took like 3 steps into the building before everyone drew guns and just fired, and the entire place lit up with gunfire. Fucking 20 guns going off all at the same time. Just holy shit.
That's hectic.
It was terrifying.
I suppose being with a large group would be similar sort of stuff. What about you, Mr. Scrubby? Most memorable moment in DayZ.
It's definitely my first base, and it was at Green Mountain, and it was on a third-person server. Like I started out playing third. I've since been on first for a pretty long time, but third person we pulled up to Green Mountain, and I was with a couple of the the homies, we didn't really know how to play the game, and we saw 2 watchtowers pretty much floating in the sky. Like, this is back when watchtowers were really high. You could build them all the way up into the clouds. So we pulled up and saw these 2 watchtowers all the way up there, and some guy in the needle, like that's what we called the Green Mountain Tower, and like we kind of thought this is how the game is. And we pulled up and we went game chat and we're like, hey, can we join your squad? Like, we didn't know what we were doing. This guy was clearly a duper, looking back on it. And like he would throw down, he had a ult signed out up there, throw down field bags full of canned tuna. And he'd throw down field bags with like LARs, black kits. He'd kind of just ask us, hey, what kind of kit you guys want? And we being oblivious, we thought this was how the game was played. And we would just, get kitted up immediately, run back to Green Mountain if we died, and he'd supply us immediately. And the only way that we were able to join the group, he made us walk a barrel, like cross map, and we did it, without thinking. It was a good time. He eventually got banned.
Across map.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was brutal, but we did it for him. It's like, yeah, that's the way that you can be a part of the crew. But he did get banned, and we never heard from him again. So that was my first base experience. Like clearly a hacker situation, but we just didn't know it.
That's hectic. And suppose being, new to the game, you just think this guy is packed out. He's sorted. He's got all the quality goods. That's hectic.
It's funny looking back on it.
Skybase. I like how you call Green Mountain the Needle. That's cool. Never heard it being referenced as the Needle.
That's the first time I heard that, and I'd lived there forever.
He'd log out in the Needle.
Little secluded areas.
Yeah, it is funny how people have their nicknames for the certain places. What about you, Muffin? What's your most memorable experience?
Oh man, I don't know. There's so many, like every day, right? I don't know. I remember a lot at the very beginning of me running down the road and just starving to death in Chernaris, right? I remember a lot of that. But most recently, I guess I'll touch on it's right before wipe. We just had a big group of us run down Livonia, just traveling, south, before we called it Purge Night, and we actually didn't really find anyone, so we all just had like a 9, there was like 9 or 10 of us, I think. We just had a 1v1v1v1. It's just kind of
just
kind of cool.
Pepper
to
everybody
end it
off
all
as
like
you go.
that. So. Yeah, and I don't think anyone survived it, so we all died together, like at the end. So, kind of, yeah.
No,
Very
that's
romantic.
cool. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Just the lads slaughtering each other quietly.
Yep. To end the purge.
Purge, that's the way to go. What about you, Arby?
I'd have to say one of my most memorable was during probably the biggest raid we did as a group on official. We found a big, a long watchtower base in the middle of the woods near the edge of the map, and it was full of cars and loot. And I guess we were started off offline and raiding. Went there, we were gonna raid them regardless of whether they were there or not. But they logged in and started hitting us with grenade launchers, and during all this, Muffin, he's like, "I'm leaving. I'm taking the car," and he gets in their red Gunter, out the one opening, and drives it off while they're shooting at him and shooting grenades at us. It was one of the most insane things I've ever seen, and he made it out alive.
That was a good one. That's a good
It's a hijack
we
mid-raid.
dismantled that
Reminds
entire
me a
base
lot.
too.
Yeah.
We
This
were out
one was
there for
recent.
hours just dismantling.
That's a crack up. There's nothing better than somebody just going rogue and stealing a car mid-raid, like, fuck this! We're getting overwhelmed. I'm taking something.
Yeah,
if I'm
like-
going out, I'm taking something.
Greedy stole a boat.
Yeah, I got a boat. I'm trying to
We
do it with
were
a boat.
in mid-firefight, and this guy's like, I'm going to just take their boat. I heard so many shots as Greedy
Bro, we were
drove
legit
away. I was
taking
like,
dumpers.
What the fuck?
I think I saw a video of that recently, and all the doors were open on that Gunter I was driving out. I didn't even close any of the doors. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. It had like a bunch of, we took like all the nails and sharpening stones from them. Like, I'm getting the hell out of here, build my base.
There's something oddly entertaining about shooting at a car or getting shot at while in a car, because it's just shit. Fuck. Help.
Oh, yeah. They had put posts out all over the front of their base too. It's like made it impossible to try to drive out of there.
I thought you were gonna die for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a wicked adrenaline rush when you do stuff like that. You're just like, yep, I'm guaranteed to die, but if I get out like this, it's going to be the greatest moment ever.
Yeah, there's actually a second part to that story that I took that red Gunter and I stashed it. It was like nighttime on the server, so I couldn't really see, and I stashed it in the woods. The next day, I think I brought somebody. I think it was Heavy. I was like, yo, let's go find that Gunter. And we went out to the woods. I'm like, it's right here. We found the Gunter, and there was 2 other trucks and like another car stashed there for some other people. And I parked that car right next to it. So we ended up getting more cars the next day. I just couldn't see at night. You know, I parked the car. I parked it right next to somebody else's stash.
They logged in. They're just like, "Oh, cool. Who got the car?"
Yeah, who brought the red Gunter to our stash?
That's it. That's it. They're giving a big rap in their Discord. That's a good job, boys. Bring that red Gunter. We really need it. Next day they come in, it's all gone. Oh, that's a crack up. That's a fucking crack up. But I think that's all the questions that we've run through from chat. Just scrolling back up here. Ping. Once the question's done. Already done. Yep, that looks like all the questions and rundown that we have for. It's been an absolutely wicked interview. But it gets down to the business part of the podcast. The punch on at the end. Who will we pit into our 1v1 chamber? Chat, it's up to you guys to decide who we throw in there. Throw your names down. Is it Undead? Is it Q? Is it Scrubby? Is it Muffin? Is it Arby's? Currently we got Arby versus Muffin.
Oh no, I'm gonna lose that one.
Q versus Scrubby.
Oh, come on!
All right. We definitely got to be Muffin versus Arby. So
I can't fight a man with no shoes, no feet.
hey, you leave Stumps alone. He's all good. He doesn't walk. He floats.
Does that nose have a hitbox? You know.
Sugar.
Hey, I did. You remember last week?
Yeah. Rubbers.
You're right. He's only sleeping.
Oh, he's caught the couch now. All right, so if I can get, well, first of all, we'll pit Arby versus Muffin, and then we're going to do Q versus Scrubby. So if you guys want to come down this way,
Hey, for once I'm not shooting people.
yeah, you get to. You're getting shot. That's the problem. Just got unloaded. So this is our little 1v1 arena that we like to finish off with. So if you head that way, Arby, there's a little gap that you can jump down to where you'll find all the supplies. Don't forget to get and same with you on this side, Muffin. Come down this way. Yep, you get in the hole. Get in the hole. There's a variety of guns, all sorts of guns. There's armor. Suit yourself up, and then once you've done that, at the end of it, there's a little gate, and then we will launch you. And then when those boys are ready, we'll get Mr. Q and Scrubby to dive in. You get the scraps or whatever they left over. Grab as many guns as you can. Probably leave one side for the DMR, because I know somebody likes the DMR. We could do DMR versus VSD. Ooh. All right.
Well, I need to leave the DMR. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, take whatever you want. They can deal with the scraps. The crowd want to see Arby versus Muffin, so we shall give them what they
Can we
want.
punch each other?
If it comes to that at the end, hell yeah.
Oh,
Yep, stay behind your cages.
Oh, we go out the door. I see.
Yeah, there's a little cage door. You stand behind it. Just leave them shut. Once you're ready, stand behind your cage. We can see you through the walls. So we
Can they fall through the floor?
where the gaps are, yeah, we're floating.
Oh damn!
400 meters above. So if you fall off, it's an instant loss.
Yeah, I found that out last week.
Found that out last week. When we say go, you come out guns blazing. There's no holding back. Last person to survive. All right, we're just waiting for Muffin to hang at his gate. I think he's trying to get some intel through the see-through wall. Yeah, we see you floating. We see you moving backwards and forwards.
put one of these helmets.
Yeah, grab a helmet, grab a plate carrier. All right, let's get some predictability here. Who will win? Arby,
Who's the scary one?
Muffin.
I'll bet on him. Who's the scary one?
All right. I'll give you 30 seconds to choose your victor and place your bets. They're ready to go. So as I said, gentlemen, as soon as I say go, you open up that cage door and you come out blasting. Just be careful. Do not go down the gaps because you will fall to your death. And a big shout out to Mr. Bearded Twig for the raid. We're going to actually, after this, we're going to pull up for a small break, and then we're going to jump onto Official with these guys and go for a little run. So definitely hang around, either bounce into the Tsunami stream or my stream, either. We're currently sharing. But predictions are done and dusted. So let's get it on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Arby versus Muffin. Gentlemen, after 3, open your gates and let's decide this. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
This man is drinking.
What? Jeez. That's a taunt if I've ever seen one.
100%.
Well, my gun's not loaded.
He's sort of
Well, you
loaded.
should have done that.
Too busy beering up.
Oh,
Oh.
There's a lot on the line for this one.
I like my odds.
Yeah, the loser loses the base codes.
Yeah, that's it. You get exiled.
Banished.
Oh, it's not over. You'll get up pretty quickly too if he's passed out. Yeah, you're up. You're up.
Oh, he's fucking.
You're up.
Whoa,
You're
whoa,
up.
whoa. What's he doing?
You're up. Trying to grab
I
his
think he's having a stroke.
punch. Oh, they're gonna biff him. Oh, that's official.
GG's.
That's Muffin's in. All right, Muffin, congratulations. Even give a little bit of taunt at the end there. All right, you get to launch yourself.
GG's.
You get to launch yourself to victory.
Amazing.
Hop yourself off. And then we're going to get Scrubby and Legend. There he goes. And there he lands. Now we're going to get Scrubby and Mr. Q to dive in to have a run. So, Scrubby, if you take the side that you're on, and Mr. Q come this way, same things applies. Grab as many guns as you possibly can. Get yourself some armor. Get yourself a helmet. Muffin won. everyone bet on Muffin. I believed in you, Arby. I believed in you. All right, we'll run the next prediction.
I bet on Arby. I was hoping for it.
Muffin's the PvP man, so...
Don't mind if I jump in for this official run stream. I've been trying to get on for a minute.
Yeah, if you want to come with us,
Already had me.
we're gonna jump across to... Holy shit, a lot of money's on this. Fuck, there's a lot of money's on this. Pistol suppressors. Can they spawn pristine? I've seen them pristine, but I don't know if I'm clouding it with community. Alright, Mr. Q's ready to go. Scrubby, when you're ready, pull up at the gate. Scrubby's ready. Alright. Mr. Q, just close your gate. Gotta officially close your gate. Just so you can't see through the chain wire. Alright. So Scrubby's on the left, Q on the right. At the count of 3, unload, open your gates, come out fighting. Right. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it on.
You got this, Q. I believe in you.
Oh, he'll get up pretty quickly. It's like a 2 second unconscious on this server. Oh, no, he's going again. The third one up. Oh, shit.
Jeez.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Yep, and a finishing one. Mr. Scrub wins.
Holy shit.
Congratulations, Mr. Scrub.
What?
Absolute legend.
GG's.
And we appreciate the Scrubby crew coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, ScrubbyTsunami, Arby, and Muffin are all streamers on Twitch. You can get out there and catch them anytime they are streaming. These are their links. And if I could get the honours of you, Mr. Scrubby, of putting one in the Peasant to end the show, that would be absolutely fantastic. I think you may even get some play from Undead, who is our PvP enthusiast. There's Mr. Arby's. Ladies and gentlemen, there's all the all our guys that we had on the show. You can always check them out. Whoop! Somebody fell off the stage. But apart from that, that's all the time we have for the podcast. We're actually going to take a small break and then going to jump across to Official with these guys and go for a run. So stay with us, whether you're in Tsunami's chat or in my chat. The stream has not finished. We're just going to end the podcast, have a small break, and then jump across. But apart from that, if you wouldn't mind putting a bullet in my head, that would be very much appreciated.
Thanks for having us, Greedy.
Legend. We'll see you on Official.
For sure. Oh, I didn't have any ammo.
But ladies and gentlemen, a big shout out to the boys for coming on. That was an absolutely wicked conversation. You can, as I said, you can catch these boys live on Twitch. But we are going to jump across after a small break and maybe even go and visit these guys' base. Very impressive.
Do we want to go for a run?
Go for a run.
Do we want to take cars or run it?
Ooh.
We're just want to wait here for rats to show up.
Get the rats in.
We could just take a convoy of cars out for fun.
The old go hunting for action.
Yeah.
What's up to you, Greedy? No, this is our first time playing.
Yeah,
Official,
nah,
so-
I'm just a bystander. I ain't getting involved in corrupting your shit. I shall defend.
You can go
shoot.
blow someone up.
Yeah, I can defend. I can shoot. I can do all that. But yeah, fuck, I'm not telling you. Yeah, let's take 7 cars out for a cruise.
No way the 8 fits in the vault. Oh, we need to invite Ranger.
Copa?
Someone invite Ranger to the party. Yeah, I'm down to run.
I mean, we might not make it, but
Nothing better than going
Try our
out
best.
in a blaze of glory.
going out in a blaze of glory.
I just want to blow Clover up, to be honest, before they get too big, and then just repeatedly offline us. Because that's what's gonna happen.
Do you find a lot of people base up in Copa?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dupers love it.
They're currently trying to build it up right now.
Mr. High
And if we let them get the
Butterfly.
compound down, it's pretty much impossible to get through that front tunnel without being thumpered.
Oh, they're just drilling everyone with thumpers.
We don't really see dupers on this server so far. It seems pretty clean, knock on wood.
Which is good.
Okay, let's run.
Not only that, they're probably outsourcing gear to dupe. I know there's
Who's got the
Yeah.
backpack space to carry boom?
Me.
Yo, someone might have just logged in. Did y'all feel that lag?
I'm lagging constantly, so I couldn't tell the difference if you asked us.
But Butterfly, I saw you log into a server.
Wait,
Are
Heavy,
we-
are you gonna go with us? So we can invite
I
you.
can't remember what server I was on, but your name popped up because me and you were friends on Xbox. And I'm like, hey, it's Butterfly. He at the Zag Castle.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hold on, next second. Oh yeah.
Clutch started.
We got a big group. Should we just go on foot? Run around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's carrying explosives? I'm gonna drop a claymore right here.
I'm gonna carry most of them.
Well, does it need, do we need to blow it up? Didn't Stu say it wasn't even built up yet?
No. So, Scrubby, do you know how they build the prison first and then they build the barrack compound?
Uh-huh.
So the barrack compound has got logs down, but it's not actually, nothing's built in there yet. But the prison itself, the tunnel has walls.
Oh,
And
okay.
if we let them get the compound up, at the barracks, it's pretty much impossible to blow through the tunnel without being thumpered from behind.
Well then, yeah, let's go fucking raid it.
Yeah, so my thinking is we get them before they get too big to deal with.
Alright, everybody got water and
That's
food?
smart.
'Cause
Yeah, I need water, food, ammo.
The
Hey
pumpkins
man,
are
to be
gonna
honest, if
grow.
I didn't hit it tonight, I would have just taken a Mosin and a box inventory full of ammo and went and done it.
I need everything,
Heavy.
actually.
Heavy, I got, come by the Claymore, I'll drop fish for you.
oh, where's my 101? Damn it.
And, yeah, let's see. I think there was a jug of water somewhere.
Did you say
I'm good on
101?
water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I took that shit. Do you want it?
No. That's okay. I'm gonna carry the boom. You use it. I have an extra mag. Here.
It was just in the car, so I grabbed it. I didn't know it was yours.
Okay, here. Here's the
Oh,
extra mag.
some of the pumpkins are ready. I think.
Do you have ammo for it?
Yeah, yeah. Are you sure
Right.
you don't want it? I'll take
No, no,
another
no.
gun.
No, you keep it because I'm gonna get my little snipe and then I'm gonna carry the boom. I have the thumper on me.
All
You have
right.
a thumper?
Yes, I found it
Oh,
last night.
Thumper.
Oh,
Let's go.
here we go.
Alright, she's dangerous now, careful.
Yeah,
Yeah, watch out. Get out of the way because I'm going through.
I'm banned from thumpers with large groups. I tend to kill people. Yeah. You gotta be honest.
Alright, it's better than accidentally shooting them.
Yeah. No, when you torch the whole party in one bullet, that's when they say, Greedy, no, you can't use the thumper anymore.
A kill's a kill.
That's what I say, even if it is all 5 years.
That's a quadruple kill.
That's it. Quaddy in one hit. Stuff to be proud of.
Where's the second truck?
Did someone take the Mosin with a bunch of ammo?
Oh, I
No,
did.
someone has to
Were
take
you
that.
gonna use it?
Yeah, I just brought it for someone to use. I'm just, yeah.
Yeah,
If
we'll
you're-
probably need to
you
use that
use
for
it.
raids.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
use it.
can use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just bringing it for someone. I just didn't.
Heavy, I have a gun cleaning kit for that if we need it at some point.
Okay, just one
Alright.
thing. I'm gonna leave my MVGs and the blaze in the truck. That's just mine when I come back. Where is the second truck?
Don't ask me.
What happened? Arby?
We blew it up.
Oh, my God. Oh, all I said, I was like, what happened, Arby?
That's
Yeah, why
it.
did they take the blame there? What
Oh,
did I
by
ever
the
do?
way, Ranger,
Uh-huh.
I dug up the blue
Oh.
dry bag over in that corner,
Okay.
and I put it all in bulk because I blocked that off.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, I got 2 bullets for this M16. I'm ready.
Two
Oh.
bolts.
Yep.
Here, let me give you.
No, here, this is
I
another.
told you, I
have
told
a,
you, I need everything.
Heavy,
There's 21 in this
I have another
barrel.
K101 here.
Oops. Why I don't want to check your pulse. There we go. There's a 40 round.
Oh, he has that.
It's
Okay,
got
okay.
some ammo in it.
Oh, I think that was the second 101 scrub. You're good.
So, Muffin, do you want to organise what people are going to be doing then?
Well, Ranger's booming.
Mm-hmm.
I got white armbands first and foremost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me playing the breach or?
Yeah, it'll probably be will probably be good as like Stewie and Ranger and maybe
Warp
Scrubby run
5-5.
up.
We don't want all people like close up though.
Heavy, there's 5-5 on the ground here by the white armbands.
Yeah, I'm trying to move stuff out too like that. Do we have shotgun shells or no?
There's a box in there somewhere. I just saw it right now.
I just know these comms are about to go crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
I hope not. Because if
Playing
shit goes
Texas.
down, I'm just gonna shoot.
Nah, dude, it was your account. And it was like
We'll
2
put
weeks
wide
ago.
armbands on, that's gonna help.
So whoever's got your account loaded in, Hi Butterfly 420, it was definitely you.
To be honest, it's probably best if only 2 or 3 play the actual breach. Because the main threat comes from the roof of the prison with thumpers.
So, I have
What
a lot
if
of thumper-
instead of exploding it, right? We
shit.
build it up and put our own lock on it. Huh?
Oh, I like that thinking, I like that thinking.
Take it for our own. Imagine coming to a raid without explosives, just a whole bag full of code locks. Fucking like, I'm gonna take this bitch.
That's it. It is mine.
Start slapping codes up.
If they're really like gonna like
You did get your Xbox stolen.
wall, we should at least
Yeah,
put
dude, your
one
fucking
padlock
account
on
came
them.
up
You know what I mean? For us.
unofficial, I think it was.
Does that make sense? Like we'll have a way in.
Taking all the thumpers. Taking them all. Box. Okay, and then the other thing is, we don't have a big boom, we only have one classic explosive.
There's a Claymore on the ground, Ranger. Right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot those. Okay,
Yeah,
those
take
two.
all the claymores too if you can.
Yeah, if you need, I got a little space if you need a carrier.
One here, and then...
So basically, the plan is if Ranger starts getting shot at, we all scatter.
Yep. There. See me. Alright.
Because if she gets hit, she's going off like a firework.
Yep.
Suicide bombing.
To be
Keep
fair,
your distance.
if it gets bad, I'll just I'll put a grenade in my chest, fill my plate up with thumpers. I'll just run in there.
Yeah, maybe you, Stewie, you and Scrubby watch over Ranger while she explodes, and we'll be up in the hills watching.
We need someone to watch
snipes.
that roof because as soon as they get on the roof with thumper,
Yeah, we're gonna have like 8 people watching the roof. That's what I'm saying.
So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna pox those roofs with the pox thumpers. Then start exploding them.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
So we still gotta watch.
we're gonna need.
Is somebody
need one
watching the
person.
raid team? Like the breaches?
Yeah, so ideally we want one person in the forest down to the left of the main gate to the tunnel, because that's a common logging spot. We're gonna need one person watching the far end of the prison near the entrance, near the road that comes up the hill. And then we'll need the people on the breach and then the rest watching the roof.
That'd be good. But yeah, definitely.
Okay, so,
Someone's floating on your account. Next time I catch him, I'll fucking get into him.
I thought there was more than that as well.
I have
I thought
one.
they were top in the sea chest.
You have heavy?
I have one.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
four
there's
in
like
the sea
4 right
chest.
there.
Yeah, there's like 1 billion here.
Where? Oh. A little together. Haha. Thank you, thank you.
Alright, I can take 3.
Alright, who's slow off the sea chest to Copa?
Give it to the new guy. Alright, I'll take it.
Yeah, he's got to do his time. He's got to do his time.
There's some grenades here if anybody wants. Some little
And we
pop
can't
fires.
use the plastic unless we have an alarm clock. Do we have an alarm clock?
We do.
You know I do. You know I do.
Yeah, why are we even asking that, Tevin?
Wait.
Alright, I'm making it improvised right now.
So everybody has white armbands?
Except you have yellow.
Right, just give me a second.
Maybe I should be like a hazardous. Like I have a hazard. like stuff on me.
Maybe
Oh,
just put the
please.
white one on because if she goes down, I'm gonna end up shooting you.
I can't wait. There was water over here.
I'm ready to stab someone.
Hey, remember, Heavy, if shit really goes bad, that thing can one-shot someone if you get him right.
Here, does anybody want this? Who's got the alarm clock? Or Heavy? Henny Heavy?
I can take it, but then someone's gonna have to take this claymore.
I'll take it. I have room.
Where's the alarm clock now? I thought Epic had it.
It'll be in here.
Somewhere in here. I know it's in here.
There it is. Haha, I got it.
Alright, kitchen timer would work too.
I don't know how to do that part.
Alright, so everybody's ready. This is Greedy.
Alright, let's get going.
Nobody else has to use the vault. We're closing it up.
I'm good.
Let me try to figure out who everyone is. Who's in the blue dry bag?
I am.
Okay. Who's in the red dry bag? Heavy?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Alright, there might be a missing lock here, so...
Oh, there's one in the car, right here.
Okay, yeah.
Who has the
I'm gonna
black
pick
plate here?
That's me.
I'm gonna pick up mushrooms.
Alright, let's all meet at this red barrel here. We'll get everyone together there.
I won't be able to make it.
He just jumped out.
Okay.
It's the meat in
I'm getting
barrels.
mushrooms because I'm gonna be hungry.
Ranger, you have the big black field bag.
Yep.
I'm
This is
I'm
me.
the
You want to put the lock on, Heavy?
dude. I'm glitched. I can't like do anything.
Wait, log in and log back out.
I can't even pull my gun out.
There you go.
R.I.P.
You do have a code lock in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not in my hand. Don't worry.
Yeah, he glitched. Shoot him. He's useless. He's glitching. Oh, all those people got wiped out.
Alright, watch out.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh, don't.
Heavy just logged in right there.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, with a tight base, you must run into those little accidents where you accidentally run over somebody. Pin them into a corner and they're sitting there going,
Oh, I do have the cold lock in my hand. What the fuck?
yeah.
Here's a cold lock here.
And if anyone needs
Alright.
water, there's barrels filling up with water.
oh. Who just sneezed?
Me. I don't have any vitamins.
See, you're now the front of the pack.
What you doing up there, Heavy?
I'm guarding the front door, making sure no one pops in.
Hey, I'm
Sick
outside.
angle.
So we,
Look at that angle.
so we check out this
Don't,
angle.
don't kill Stewie.
Feet in
Guys,
the air.
Misfit says hello to everybody.
Hey, misfit.
Jesus Christ, that's an angle.
I could
Bummy.
pop whoever's unlocking the door right now.
You nearly get upside down with that, can't you?
Alright, are we leaving?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, ready? Get the hell out of here.
Someone's just chilling out the front.
Is that all you silly people?
Yep.
You guys want to do a screenshot in front of the base?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
We gotta do it. Greedy's here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, in front of the base. Oh, okay. I'm
Gotcha.
tripping.
Okay, Stewie.
Do your best pose. Who's fucking pantsless? Is that Stewie?
Is this Stewie?
He's sitting there, no, but get your pants on.
Very nice, very nice.
Here we go.